One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. Go.
On first down. Good one. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 71 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. 70, Indy. Watch it. Get it.
They'll run on first down. Fuller. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They run the counter. It's Goodwin, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side. Goodwin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
57. Mike, 57. Ready?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
First down, Detroit.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
At the Giants' 33-yard line.
8, read. Watch the run.
2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Here I come again.
Now back to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's got his man. That's Hardman. That's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Lions' 44-yard line.
Check three.
Jackson now off the bootleg. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal.
Number 53, Mike 53. Watch the pass.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Ready? 50, plant. Get him! Get it!
And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
6-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready! 30 base. 55. What we got?
He'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, you have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Powering his way forward. Giants, coast to coast, 96 yards on the punt return. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. What a risk he took, but it paid off. I mean, he took that punt from inside the 5 near the goal line, ran it all the way back.
And normal coaching says you let that one go. Anytime you're inside the 10-yard line, you let it hit and hopefully bounce into the end zone. But as you mentioned, he took a risk, and boy, did it pay off in a big way. I wonder if they let up a little bit going downfield, thinking that there was no way he was going to return that one.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. 20. Ready?
Gonna give this time to the tailback. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
On 1st down, it's Fuller. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 2nd down, it's Fuller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go play action with Jackson. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Mike, let's go, D.
Now a give right side. It's Goodwin. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
You don't want it.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Hey, come on, no, come on, no.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Here's 2nd and 8. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Lions first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. It's complete to Fuller. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Hey, echo. 57 to Mike. 57-61. Matchbox lights.
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants 16. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
It's just me.
They'll set up to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Second and 10. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This a 33-yard attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go
The
now.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Down to lose one. Go.
2nd and 11. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Giants' 23-yard line.
We go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Five. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Come on. You better bring it. 5.
They're going to look to throw. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. 23 yards for the touchdown as they are able to cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Hey. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch the run.
They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 47-yard
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Check. Crunch.
To throw is Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And able to find Green. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go now. 3. Get the flag. Mike. I'm coming after you.
From the 16, Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Hey, Delta. Get it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
We got this.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Check 55 for Mike. Check 55 for Mike. Hey, Haywood. 55 Mike, 55. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Step.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Strip the ball. Hey, Alpha. Mike 55, Mike 55. Ready?
They'll drop the throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sullivan. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
1st down, Lions.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 55. Check 55, Mike. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Bravo! 55, mark, 55. You go, night. Turn up, night.
2nd and 3. Carrying one deep for Reddick. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And now look at him go. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So they say we'll let that completed pass stand, and we'll bring up 3rd down instead as they decline it.
So they're comfortable with the yardage. The big thing to them is what you pointed out, getting it to third down and making a play there.
Set. 60-yard.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Riddick complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
30 base.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Get it.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Hey. 4 down.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
He'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Hey, high 7.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Switch.
Now this one complete on the slant route. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Set, ready? 15, run. 15 line.
Watch the run.
Ready?
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, Zoo.
55, Mike, guys, 55. Let's go deep, tighten up.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Smooth. Check right. Watch it, divide. Rip left. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Ricky. There goes.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Lions on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware.
Hey, exit. Mike 55. Check 55. Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here. 5.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing so.
It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Big stop, let's go!
Hey, orbit!
55 is my guy, 55. Focus, defense, focus.
Get it!
Second down and inches. And he fires one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run on first down. Good one. And a penalty to run. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That burst good for 20 and a first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, G, get off the field.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be second and goal. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Let's put that team on the bus.
On second down now, it's Goodwin. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And the Lions first down.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
It all cool. Hey, check Mike. Watch 55. All day, punt. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.